Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Mythonics Live, hosted by More They Do. And today, we are watching the series Obelisk, which is an analog horror series, which I kind of don't know what it's about. It seems to be about home invasions and creepy monsters and whatnot, which, look, I understand doesn't narrow it down, but I guess we'll... This is a problem with going in completely blind to things. You have no idea what to talk about in the introduction. But we're just gonna jump straight into it. And this person's done about 8 videos plus a bonus one, which I am very excited to see. You'll see why in a sec. Okay, watching. Now the first one we're going to watch, so this is Lizardmen Inc. And of course the link is always down in the description. And the first video there we're going to watch is the Skibbity Toilet analog horror animation. And look, you know, we laugh about it, but this is a great way for people to get into making stuff. It's kind of cool. You know, I started off video editing, making dumb memes. Oh god, that is fucking weird though. Ugh. Creepy. Oops. Yeah, like, this stuff is, like, you know, it's sort of goofy, but it's good to start with this stuff, you know? Just make whatever for fun. And you can use everything you've learned here and, you know, make something that you want to do more of, like something that you actually like want to make, you know. And like, if this doesn't, and it's just practice, right? It's just practice. It's fun. It's fine. It's good. Okay, now let's get into the actual Obelisk series. Okay, Obelisk, my new friend. I made a new friend. Do you want to meet him? He lives in here. He's in my closet. Can you see him? I can't. That's kind of creepy. Oh, there he is. Oh, that is creepy. That's creepy. He doesn't like being watched. Yeah, buddy. What's going on in the back there? Don't fucking open it, dude! Where does he go? I'm actually... I'm watching TV. Is that a mess? Awesome. Sometimes my friend comes to watch too. Why does every... Hang on. This needs to be addressed. Why does every analog horror protagonist have a TV that plays classic cartoons? When was the last time you... Well, when was the last time you watched TV, legit? And when was the last time you saw a TV that just played these old, like, 50s cartoons? He's here. How about you turn your lights on, dude? He's upstairs. He's not going to watch TV with you. Did you see him? I don't want to look. I don't want to look. This, oh, I'm actually getting creeped out. Oh, fuck off. Oh, haha. Oh, man. That was such a good scare. Oh, and it's not even a jump scare. Oh, man. Oh, we are eating today, bros. First Morley Grove, now this. Let's go. This is good. This is what we want to see. This is what we need more of. So, like, look. So, when you think about it, what is the practical... What would it take to actually make this, right? So this is obviously entirely made in Blender or something similar. You could pick up Blender now and spend a couple of days messing around with it and get these assets for free online. The only thing you would need to make by yourself would be the actual monster. And that can get quite complicated. But you could learn that in like a few weeks, to be honest, depending on how much, obviously depending on how much time you put into it, but you could make something like this if you gave yourself just a good, month or two, spending an hour or two a day. You could make something like this pretty reasonably, including all the even if you wanted to, all the stuff as well, all the assets, but you wouldn't need to do that. Like, it isn't a super high bar to make this stuff, and it looks good. Like, a lot of people wouldn't be able to tell the difference between this and like actual recorded footage, like actually walking around a house. But using Blender and all the stuff in computers is just so good these days that a one person could do this, But man, it's so good. That's fucking terrifying, and it's not a jump scare, and it's I think my only criticism is super, super minor. Is that some of these shots I would have left on a bit longer. Like this one. Can you see him? And I would leave it there for a little longer. But, honestly... It gets you... Sorry, I'm yawning because I'm just so excited. I'm not breathing enough. It gets you looking because he's like, can you see him? And it makes you look around the screen. And that's something really important in horror, is making the person look around the screen and actually pay attention. Pay attention to everything that's happening. That is super. That's really good in horror, Oh, it's good. It's good. We're eating so good today, bros. Oh, and there are some spelling issues, but that's... I guess that's technically criticism, but it's like you can just... That's easy to fix up, It's not a massive issue, Home invasions are rare, but they are more likely to happen to those who are unprepared. Some tips to keep in mind. Tip 1. Secure all entrances. Lock your doors and windows at night. If an intruder cannot get into a house easily, it is unlikely they will stay around for long. Oh, that's ominous. Tip 2. Escape. If you see or hear a home intruder, evacuate immediately if possible. It is impossible to know an intruder's intentions or if they are armed or not. That's true. Hide. In the situation where you cannot leave, it is the best to hide. Consider hiding inside or behind something. Do not pick a spot too obvious. Prepare to defend yourself. Grab something heavy or sharp that can be used as a weapon. If you own a firearm, now would be an ample time to use it. Tip 5. Your front door is unlocked. Do not look for the man inside your home. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. Nothing, that's scary or amazing. Ooh. What is... Ooh. Hang on, I can't see your messages. Whoever that is that just messaged on YouTube. Why can't I see your messages? What's going on there? Oh, my chat died. That's why. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Give me one sec. Okay. Creepy. What was that face? Why is he outside of the house just like leads straight into like the wilderness? What is going on there? Let's see what the first frame of this face was. Yeah, there it was. Oh, is that the new friend? I think that's the new friend. Maya says simulcast is screwy sometimes. Yeah, it can be. It can be for sure. Okay. Not as scary, but you're almost gone. That's so cool. Oddities found. Okay. The fact that the doors just manifest whenever and wherever the monsters want. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Is Twitch chat okay for the two of us? Obelisk in your home. Let's see. Check on Abby. Digital Horror Bros, let's go! Let's go! I do like that they're being experimental, though. I do really appreciate it when creators experiment a lot, because each one of these videos has been completely different. What a weird house. Monsters Inc. logic. Hey, how about putting the baby in a room where there's a door? Oh, that's creepy. Oh, that was pretty creepy. The doors were locked. Hey, Cogsmith, how you doing? Yeah, YouTube's been a bit funny at the moment, so... Okay. Oh! They finally added the button to hide this! No way! Finally! Okay, the one good change YouTube has made in like 5 years. Okay, the doors were locked. That's in your home. The house with no windows. Okay, let's go. Very allergic. Golly. Hope it doesn't bother you too much. Falling asleep during the stream wasn't the wisest decision. That must be kind of bad. I recently found a strange abandoned house. Yeah, that's kind of strange, buddy. There are no other houses built around it and is seemingly in the middle of nowhere. It has no doors or windows. There are no obvious ways inside. I ended up finding a flat piece of wood that appeared to be hiding something. Woke up to this mug closing in the frame. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Crawl in the hole. Crawl in the hole. Behind it was an entrance to a crawl space. Yeah. They found your house in the basement. Yeah. What secrets is this house hiding? It's the Dreamcore house. It so is. Would you crawl in that? I don't know. I don't know if I would crawl in that, to be honest. Yeah, go in the nightmare house. That's a good idea. We love to see it, bros. Is this one of those houses that's bigger on the inside than on the outside? Should probably not go in them. Is this going to be another thing that forces me to read House of Leaves? I really need to get on that. Smells like burnt matches. Is that like sulfur? Uh-oh. The sulfur god! Yeah, look, bros, I don't know. I think I would leave. Is that a door? That's a door. Cool. It's kind of Alice in Wonderland-esque, isn't it? People don't mind enough of the classics for inspiration, to be honest. Like, why isn't there an analog horror that uses like the old black and white horror movies like Nosferatu and whatnot? There's like 3 Godzilla ones. The door is so tall. Some of the lights are on. Has to be badass. It's a maze. Alice in Wonderland, but it's a Midwestern fever dream. Do I have news for you, our Russian friend? Alice in Wonderland is literally a Midwestern fever dream. Oh. Was it? No, it's not Alice in Wonderland. That's the other one. That's Wizard of Oz. Is a Midwestern fever dream. Oh, it's the house. Hang on, are we the intruder? I think we're the intruder. Might just smell like phosphorus, which are Wixen filaments. Okay. Are those easels? What does that say? Something still God? Be still God. No, be still and know that I am God. Okay. Whoa, creepy. And it's just a thing you'd see on like the average Midwestern grandma's wall. That's scary. Didn't ask, but what are you playing? We are playing Obelisk. This is not actually a game. We're watching a YouTube video. It's called Obelisk. It's in the description. How you doing, I am, buddy? More hallways. Look, I know I said that you can do lots of nothing in analog horror, but also sometimes you should do something. There is a limit. Skinamarink hit that limit so hard. They were like, let's have an entire movie where there's like 3 good scenes. Walking Sim the movie. Stairs to nowhere. Whoa. It's a door. It's too high up to reach. What are you? You can't use the same jump scare. I know your face. Hey, Breaking Ims. After this ep, want to watch short horror made. Got retro analog horror. After we finish Obelisk, I can, yes. I'll be happy to. But we'll finish Obelisk first. That was boring. That was kind of boring. Great thumbnail. Really, that should have been like 2 minutes instead of 8. Okay, hang on. Wait. Okay, which one are we watching? Why do you keep us here? Yes. Okay. Why do you keep us here? Okay. Hey, Kimber, how you doing? Skinamarink made my girlfriend really uncomfortable, but she loved it. It had some really good moments, but there was way too much nothing. Way too much. Okay. Let's watch Why Do You Keep Us Here? She's in here somewhere. Feel free to post a link, Breaking, though. And I'll check it out after this. Oh. Whoa. Okay. That's weird. You're not how I remember you, Abby. I like Obelisk, but it is a lot of nothingness. It's pretty slow so far. Grubs, grubs, grubs. Who are playing with they worm? How you doing, Carla, man? Good to see you. Why do you keep me here? Good question. Because you're supposed to look after my child, and you did a terrible job. I can't stay here. Ooh, creepy. The monster design is simple but creepy. I really like it. I really like the monsters in this. I feel like this is a point-and-click game from the late 90s. Yeah, 100%. It's really got those vibes. Dreamcore really... That's why Dreamcore has such a big overlap with digital horror. Because they often tend towards this sort of stuff. Would you let her in, bros? I wouldn't. Abby, you need to calm down, girl. Please forgive me. Okay. Creepy. You've come back. Made us answer this guy 100% at Hollow Knight recently. Stretched out white faces, grab. So true. When did this come out? Was this before or after Hollow Knight? This is before. But still. Maybe. That'd be funny. Have a music box of that song? Sorry. Too creepy now. You gotta throw it out. This is awesome. Oh man, I love this. I love it. Make your own children's show? Yes. Like I was saying before, all of this stuff would not... All of it except the character would not take that long to learn how to do in Blender. The character is a lot more complex. That would take a lot longer. Coming up with the design, especially if you're starting from absolute scratch and you haven't like designed characters or anything like that before, that would take a lot longer. But, you know, you gave yourself a couple of months and you worked your ass off at it, you'd get there pretty quick. You'd get there a lot faster than you thought, you know. Especially if you wanted to go into this sort of stuff in the future, like character design, animation, 3D modeling, whatever. There's no reason not to do stuff like this, you know. Especially if you're younger and you want to do that for a career at some point, then it's absolutely just start making stuff, you know. Just start doing it. That is so creepy.
How are things going?
I'm just thinking.
But it looks like
I've had
like
Goldie
puppets.
for years, and I had to bear him yesterday. It's just strange that he's gone now. Where do you think he is?
I'm not quite sure, but some people believe that when a loved one passes away, a small piece of them can come back as something else to visit you when you're sad. I don't see why it'd be different for a fish. I'm sure he'd still want to come by and check up on you.
Oh, my lights just flashed when it did that. Oh man, my light flashed. Oh no. Oh, that got me so good. Oh, as soon as the knocking started. Oh man, that got me really good. Oh, oh okay. How does a fish knock on the door? We're about to find out.
Who would be out this late?
I like how it looks like they're puppets. It's animated really well.
Hello?
They must have studied the hell out of, like, Sesame Street and that to get this right. That movement's so good.
It's a butterfly.
That was pretty good. That was... that was pretty good. I quite like that episode. Wow. That was something else. Okay. Oof. Why is this series going from, like, really, really, really good to, like, really boring? Like, what is happening here? What's going... House with No Windows, incredibly boring. In Your Home and You're Almost Gone, kind of meh. This one was kind of bad. Awesome. First one, awesome. Okay, let's pray that Man in the Tower. It goes for 20 minutes. Let's pray that this one's a good one. Let's pray. David? Okay. When I saw it, I didn't realize it was part of a bigger narrative. That'd be funny to stumble upon that. That's sort of what you want from being an analog horror creator, is you want someone to stumble upon it and go, what the fuck was that? And ideally not realize, what is this? Tunnel vision. Oh, right, yeah. FNAF VHS. And it's so rare these days that people do just stumble upon your videos, you know. It's difficult to do. Especially if you're doing an AIG, like, you know how people do like the Minecraft AIGs. You can't just do that. The whole house is dark. Tunnel vision is actually really good as a non-FNAF fan. Okay. Oh, I've no doubt that some of them are really good. I'm just not that interested in checking out FNAF at the moment. It smells like burnt matches. Again. Hey, that's the Simpsons clock, isn't it? Why is the walls all red? That's kind of creepy, dude. Don't go down into the red wall room. You're going to get murdered, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt quite a lot. That door doesn't belong there. What's the threat of these guys? What do they do? They lunge.
This can't be happening.
This isn't my home anymore.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
There's a lot of nothing happening, guys. This is the back rooms. A baby picture in a tall chair. I'm so scared. Oh, this is like the weird corner from his baby room. Skinamarink it is, yes. Please, I'm begging for a crumb of something to happen. I'm glad Skinamarink didn't start a trend of like heaps of videos like this because, man, something needs to happen, bros. One can argue it did. You reckon? I guess I am. I do take my time to get around to new series. I like to have a whole bunch of episodes out before I actually check it out, so you can watch. It would have taken a while for the follow through of Skinamarink.
God damn it.
God damn it. Suspense shouldn't literally kill us. Yeah, it's like what am I scared of? I don't know what's happening. Is there something scary running around? Maybe. The house is weird. Okay, cool. That's already set up. I feel like a lot of analog horror is nothing happening and quiet. I don't know if Skinamarink influenced it necessarily, though. No. So that goes all the way back to the very start. Local 58. And that's actually one of the good things about analog horror, is that you can let horror breathe. If you've just got a scary shot and you can just sit there for a minute, instead of it in like, normal horror, it's like, oh, something scary, boo, it jumps out, haha. Analog horror ratchets up the tension and then it doesn't let it go. We talked about this a bit before. There is a limit though, because after too long, the tension just becomes boredom. And like, I'm bored watching this, like, give me a reason to care, and I kind of don't care. I don't know who this is. Like, I'm assuming it's the guy from the other ones with like the baby and whatnot, but is there something chasing him? I don't know. Probably, but I don't know. You can do that and have something meaningful happen to you. Oh, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. But you can also just sit there on nothing for a while, and that can be really good. So a great example is in, I think it's either the first or second episode of Mandela Catalog, where it's got the security cameras, and I don't think anything happens there. It's so good. It's really scary. Great shot. And it's like nothing else can do this. Nothing else can just sit on nothing and make it scary. Like, you can have a shot and then nothing scary happens in that shot, you know? Because in traditional horror, you'll have a shot where it's like looking at like a spooky corner and then, boo, something jumps out. In analog horror, you just sit on that corner, nothing happens, and then the scene goes on to the next scene, right? And that's completely at odds with traditional horror, and that's... It sort of shows that, like, yes, that can be scary. But there's a limit. And this is well past the limit. Skinnamarink was well past the limit. Kind of feels like a less interesting Dan Bell video where he used to explore abandoned houses. Yeah, it kind of does feel like a less interesting... abandoned house exploration. I remember this room really... Like, if you just cut out the last, like, 5 minutes of this, it would not change it at all. It would make it better. Here's the thing. There's a saying called murder your darlings. And it doesn't matter how hard you worked on something, if it's better to cut something out and it makes a better video, story, whatever it is you're working on, you need to cut it out. It needs to be gone. It doesn't matter how... There's going to be a jump scare soon, isn't there? It doesn't matter how much you personally like it, if... Fucking finally, thank you. It only took 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Scrimblow. It's the Scrimblow. Must be what PT would have been after 1 million sets of cards. Yeah. It's egregious. That could have been like a minute in. There is no reason why it couldn't have been like a minute in. Well, you know, the monster, you know, you can leave that for a bit. But still. Murder your darlings. Watch it back with a critical eye. I think it was... Oh, I can't remember who said this. It may have been Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. BC. He and I are on first name basis, so I call him Jimmy. He calls me Mao. I think it was him that said... No, it wasn't him. It was a completely different guy. Said he rewatches his edits, and the second he feels the urge to look down at his phone, he knows at that point should probably be cut or at least changed in some way. And if you're going back and you're rewatching it and you feel the urge to look away, you get bored, that's it. Fix it. It's wrong. You need to fix it. And I do that. You do have to keep in mind when you use that rule that you have probably watched it like 20 times over by that point. But still, it's a good rule of thumb. And this would not pass that test at all, ever. It just wouldn't. Like, I'm getting bored watching this for the first time, you know? And I know I'm a bit Zoomer, ADHD brained, whatever. Completely shut my attention span. Oh, that's creepy, that's creepy, that's creepy. That's good! Yes! Oh, the door's getting further away. That's awesome. is awesome. Okay, we've had 2 things happen. Can we get a third? Can we go for the trifecta? 3 things happen in a YouTube video. Maybe we really are the intruder. Maybe it's us that lives in the wall. Maybe. Something something dead baby, something something house, doesn't feel like mine anymore, etc, etc. The walls are changing. Yeah, we can see that. Seems to be about grief, yeah. Yeah, it does. Cinematic shots. Cool. Something happened now. In a minute. Something will happen in a minute. Bros, I'm so close to skipping through this video. Yes, you spent a lot of time working on a lovely blender house. Finally. That was cool. That was like half of something happening. Oh, they're like based on puppets, aren't they? Yeah. They're kind of like children's, being haunted by children's toys. Because there's like the jester as well, right? It's a wall! Ah! Oh god, is that a record player? Playing cheerful music? The juxtaposition! No, I'm joking. The juxtaposition is often quite nice. Moved not too long after Dad passed. Oh, he was the one with the friend. Yes, it is about grief, because he had that friend in the closet after his dad died. It was his dad coming to check up on him. Can Pixels get away with pacing like this in the older view because the thing was fucking bonkers? Yeah, and the energy just isn't here for this one, is it? I should actually sit down and really watch Oldest View. Oh, there's a noose there. Did you see that? Did you see the noose? Daddy KYS'd himself. Hung himself in the baby's fucking closet. That's awful, dude. Bro, you can't do that. That's why he's in the closet. And he doesn't want to be seen. Because he hung himself in the closet. Creepy. Oh, he'd sleep in there? Interesting. Okay, why would he sleep in there as a kid? Nothing has changed, right? Abusive father. No more Weather Channel, yeah. Music's gone, time for the boss. So true. Oh, that's creepy. That's actually creepy. David, it knew him. It is his dad. Oh. Yeah, that was his dad. It's not his childhood friend. It's because it appeared right after his dad died. Well, maybe. It's got big flaws, but I like it. Bloated, yeah, bloated, but I still like it. Exactly. Let me guess. Father loves beer and he Minecraft himself. Why Minecraft? Why Minecraft? Why is that the word? Yeah, when it's good, it's really, really good. When it's bad, it's really boring. If you take it as a whole, there's some really big sections where it's like, don't bother with that. Like you can fix that up. That's pretty bad. Like that was so slow and boring. Stop watching Backrooms. It worked for Kane Pixels. It's not going to work for you. That's okay. You got to be so careful with how slow it is. You really do. It's really, really hard to get it right. But I like it. I do like it. It's a rough gem. It's got some big issues, but it's... I think the good parts make up for it. I really do. Wonder if that's the last episode? No, I have a feeling that it's still going because that was only 3 weeks ago. And then you've got one that's like a month ago as well. So September. Mid-October. Dude spent his whole holiday working on this one. 20-minute video. 20-minute video, even though it's like, it's pretty plain where like nothing happens for most of it, that's still a lot. That's still a lot going on there, you know. Still takes a lot of time. Yeah. Like, I think that with some editing, this could be 10 times better. Maybe not 10 times, but better. Definitely better. So, yes, we'll definitely watch that. We'll just talk about our thoughts about this. What did you guys think? What did you guys think? Hang on, I didn't lose that. Your link, did I? That you sent. No, here it is. Okay. Yes, no, we'll definitely check that out in a sec. Yeah, it's okay. Man, that wall was scary. Yeah. It's got some big issues, but I generally liked it. Love the monster design, especially like when it got more refined and it became clear that it's supposed to be like a puppet. That was really cool. I loved how it moved. The movement of it was so good. And did it move like a puppet in the original? I mean, it kind of did. It's kind of hard to tell. You don't see it moving much, so... Remember this one? I think this is a different creature. Yeah, so... Oh, there was jump scare noise. Okay. Yeah, so this is, his dad hung himself in the baby's room. This is where he hung himself. Does he smile there? He does smile. That's weird. Hey, buddy, how you doing? That's creepy, though. Why does he look like a jester? He looks different. Cut down the hallway walks by about 40%, it would be improved. Yeah, it wouldn't take much, honestly, to improve that. You would just cut out those massive sections where fucking nothing happens. Cut them right down, you know. Is that the mother? It might be. Maybe this one is the mother. And the jester is the father. It does say he, though. That was really good. It could just be the jesters both, like it's both, you know. Why do you keep us here? This one says. Please forgive me. I think we're just gonna have to wait for a YouTuber to decode all this and do one big video about it. I think we have to wait for more episodes before I can do that. I wonder how much of this series is hard script and how much is written as the story develops. I can see it leading to some of the overly cryptic non-story segments. Yes, I do feel like these first three may have been that where it's like, I'm just going to make creepy stuff. but then from here onwards, they really refined the story. I think from definitely, at the very least, definitely from In Your Home to the latest one, they've definitely got that core story idea. But these other ones, maybe not. We'll see. I guess we'll see. We'll have to figure out what the story actually is first, and I don't know if we can without at least like 1 or 2 more videos. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It seems like they're updating it relatively frequently, so we might get another episode soon, and we'll see. Is Skibidi Toilet not part of the lore? No, that's the most important part of the lore. That ties it all together. The Skibidi Toilet analog horror animation. That's the most important part, actually. So. But yeah, so that was Obelisk. That was Obelisk. Oh, actually, preventing home invasions might not be part of it. Because it's not called Obelisk, so... Yeah, I don't think it is. I think that's just a random little thing. Never mind then. Okay, yeah, don't worry about that. Whoops. This is going to be streamed. In the meantime, go watch this video by Azon Studios. Very pretty spooky and some of their best work. Oh. We have official recommendations. We'll have to check that out. Vessel of Terror. What is this? Oh, I think I know this one. Prehistoric Emergence. Yeah. Well, we'll have to check that out some other time. Disappointed on the lack of titular obelisks. Yeah, that's a good question. Why is it called Obelisk? Why is it called... Is it because it is a building that stands out and has a unique shape and is sort of weird? Because we had the one where it's like... Is the obelisk referring to this? The house? Is that what it's referring to? It might be. My House Walkthrough, Kino. This dude is so good. Absolute goat of YouTube horror. One of the greatest. Because he did the best. The best YouTube horror. Username 666. Cannot be topped. And will never be topped. Anyway. Yes, so that was Obelisk, which is probably not finished yet. Yes, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mythonics Live. Remember that the links to this will be down in the description, so if you want to go check out Obelisk and subscribe, make sure you do that, because giving love to the original creators is how us React leeches survive. So make sure to go do that. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Mythonics Live, hosted by More They Do, and remember, you're never alone in the dark.